Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and our home team. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Get ready.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
So we got man. Tighten up.
Hey, 59.
Mike.
Watson. Buying time to his left. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Come on, baby.
It's a gain of 34. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Slam.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, hut.
Mike
60
50,
yards.
Mike 57. Target.
On 1st down, Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He completes it to Evans. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Check safety. He's coming. We got double
He
up,
gets
double
it to
up.
Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
We're set. 19. 3. I don't think you got it, son.
Here we go. Check him up.
25.
Check the call.
6.
Switch.
24.
You got tape. You got tape.
59.
Back to throw, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's our time.
Motion. 24. Exit.
0-0. Mike free.
Let's go.
To try again after the sack, Watson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Mike 3, Mike 3.
Echo.
Combo. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 0-0, Mike 3.
You're trash.
50 points down, he's coming.
Mike 3.
Orbit. Cut.
Down, let's go.
Third and long. It's Watson.
Check tight end. Check tight.
And that will be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Alert.
Check 99.
Go.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
It's a party now.
Hey, 59.
Mike 3. Combo.
Short.
Hey, let's get off the field.
Hey, 55.
The field, D.
Down, let's go.
On fourth down, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball trot.
57. Mike 57.
Hustle.
Rivers. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
There we go.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Defense, let's get it together.
Haywood.
Now Rivers. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mike 3. Combo. Watch the curl.
Watson on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
54.
41. Watch 41. Hey.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Set. 18.
Mike 3. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all.
Hey, 59. Hey, alert.
Slam. High seven.
Hey, check 24.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. No score after one on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike 3. Mike 3. It's our time. This is our time, guys. Mike 3.
Here's Watson.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's how we do it.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike 3. Mike 3. I'm coming. You gotta give 26. No. Off. 54. Check. 54. He's crashing. 54. Crash.
Here's Watson, throwing on third and long. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get some penetration.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Down. 57's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
3rd and long for Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Texans take over.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
0-0, Mike 3.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Zero, Mike 3.
Focus, defense. 4. Delta. Mike 3. Mike 3.
To throw is Watson.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Give me that ball, defense.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Stay with your man.
Following the interception here, Rivers.
I got him.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
First down, Rivers.
Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
They cannot.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
We got him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Rivers now. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
0-0, Mike Free. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
0, Mike Free. Come on.
Echo. Mike 3. Mike 3. Here we go. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Combo.
Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 41, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Boom!
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Here we go.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Orbit. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go.
Mike 57. Mike 57.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Go.
57. Mike, 57. Now watch run. 57's Mike.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Watch the run. 57's the mic.
From the gun, Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Buddy up. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
It's our time. It's our time.
Ball trot.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Time to go. Night.
57. 57.
From the red zone now, Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Rivers pass. Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Haywood.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw again, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Boom!
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You must be seeing me.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Rivers to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
We won't come to my world.
Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo.
All day, dog.
0-0, Mike 3.
I'm on.
54.
Mike 3. Mike.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
0-0, Mike 3. Hey, tight.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
Here I come.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's
Just
go.
a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike's 57.
Throwing, Rivers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Weak. Yes. Stay at home. Stay at home. 57.
Working out of the gun, Rivers.
You don't want none.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now here is another bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, it's Evans, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike 3. Hey, watch the lane.
Hey, 31.
Jam. Safe.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Combo.
Watch the run. 6. Hey, no timeout.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 3.
54.
Mike 3.
Hey, come on, oh.
29.
25.
Watson.
Check 31. Kill. Check.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And a loose football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Let's go, D, let's go.
55.
36. Watch out.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go. 0-0, Mike 3.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, alert.
Mike 3.
Let's get this ball for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Mike 3.
Here we go, D.
Mike 3. 55. Combo.
Back to throw, Watson. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5.
Hey, 4 down.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
0-0.
On 2nd and goal, Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mike 3. Combo.
Here we go.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 95 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Let's go.
And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Twist. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Baby.
A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be
From the
scared.
gun, Rivers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
0-0, Mike free.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Joker, 59.
Joker. Hatchet.
Under 10.
10.
Throwing again. Watson.
Watch,
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 3. Here we go. Check.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And it's a fumble. He's picked off at his own 47. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Not today.
Shift.
Now a give right side. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this. 57's the money. 57
From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Wild Bill.
Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch that. 59. SOS.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
Check 49. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
57. Good. Watch the twist. Check 9.
Peak edge.
66, bullet, high.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the ready.
Mike, 57. Switch up.
On first down, Evans. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Great job, man.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming 6.
Exit. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Hey, 9
Watson to throw again. And an alley to run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Watson now on 3rd down. And Thomas has it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Tackle made back at his own 3-yard line.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
57's the mic.
So don't say.
Throwing here, Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike, 57. Rip left, rip left. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
Check.
3rd and long for Rivers. He completes it to Evans. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Texans take over 1st and
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Oh, let's go,
He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
57.
Hey, Lobo.
He's scared.
Ball trot.
Rivers here to throw. This is caught. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Combo.
65, 65, 65.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey.
Haywood.
4 down.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
You.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 4th down. Being chased out left. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
0-0, Mike free. Right here.
One last throw here for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll